The one that chews a gum satisfies not the belly, but the mind. Welcome to another episode. We're going to a fresh chapter, and it's chapter 34, or Surah al Sabah, or the chapter of Sabah, an old Asian city. Uh, as usual, we shall do the introduction. Uh, and still, as usual, I think I'll show you to. This is it. All right, let's go. Introduction to Surah to Sabah. Now, we begin a series of 6 surahs. Surah 34 to 39. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 6 surahs. Which recapitulates some of the features of the spiritual world, full stop. This surah leads off with emphasis on God's mercy and power and truth, full stop. Then, in brackets, in Surah 36, no, 35, in Surah 35, we are told how angels manifest the power of God and how different is good from evil and truth from falsehood. Full stop. Surah 36 is devoted to the Holy Prophet and the Quran that came through him. Full stop. In Surah 37, I think that's Safati. In Surah 37, 36 being Yasin, 34, of course, being Sabah, or 35, yeah, 35 being Fatri. Anyway, in Surah 37, the emphasis is on the snares of Satan, semicolon. In Surah 38, on the conquest of evil by wisdom and power, as in the case of David and Solomon, Dawood was Suleiman, and by patience and constancy, as in the case of Job or Ayuba, semicolon. And in Surah 39, on the final judgment, which will sort out faith from unfaith and to give to each its due. Faith from unfaith and give to each its due. Uh, then paragraph. The chronology has here no significance. This surah belongs to the early Makkah period, full stop. Then under it, summary, comma, dash. No good or truth is ever lost. That's wisdom. No good or truth is ever lost, colon. Human power and prosperity are fleeting, semicolon. But God's power and justice endure and will enforce personal responsibility on man on the last day. Into brackets, chapter 34, 1 to 30. This very chapter, in other words. Then, last paragraph. Faith and unfaith will eventually find their true places and true values, semicolon. Falsehood has no power. Truth is with God, into brackets, chapters 34, 31 to 54. And I suppose 54 is the last sign of the chapter 34. Now, let's go to the main subject. As usual, we have on the left side, Sabah, or the city of Sabah. See verse 15. We're yet to get there. So take note, readers, as we get there, verse 15. Then still on the left side, in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. I always say God is always here, Allah, but I use God because they mean the same thing. All names, good names belongs to God, Then on the right hand, Surah Al-Sabah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Then one, sign one. Of course, that is section one. Section one is not mentioned. Sign one. Alhamdulillah, allazi lahu ma fi samawati wa ma fil ard. Praise be to God, to whom belong all things in the heavens and the earth. This is not the first time we're hearing it. Wallahu alhamdu fil ahirati. And to him be praise in the hereafter. So he is worthy of praise, both on this earth and in heavens and in the hereafter. Wallahu alhamdu fil ahirati. Wa huwa al-hakimul habirun. Wa huwa al-hakimu al-habiru. And he is all wise, all aware. There is a note to it, 3785. 3785. Let me make sure that I teach 84. 84. Yeah, we did it. So 3785 to sign one. All creation declares his praise. All creation declares his praise. The birds in the air, the ants, the creatures underground, in water, everywhere. So all creation declares his praise, i.e., manifests his mercy and power, goodness and truth, all sublime attributes summed up in his most beautiful names. Into brackets, chapter 7, Psalm 180, and chapter 17, Psalm 110, and notes, the notes to these references. Brackets close, full stop. For man to contemplate these is in itself a revelation. Full stop. This sentiment opens five surahs of the Quran. Opens five surahs of the Quran evenly disputed, namely 1 4 then 28 24 28 no 18 rather, pardon me, then 18 XVI, then 18, then 24 and 20 and 35. Full stop. Here the point most emphasized is that his wisdom and mercy comprehend all things, extended in space or in time, here and everywhere, now and everywhere. Wow. Here and everywhere, now and everywhere. And that's no 3785 to sign 1. Let's go to sign 2. Ya'lamu ma yuhliju, ya'lamu ma yaliju fil ardi wa ma yahruju fiha wa ma yanzilu min as-samai wa ma yahruju fiha. He knows all that goes into the earth. Ma yaliju. All that goes into the earth and all that comes thereof. Wama yahruju, all that comes thereof, and all that comes down from the sky. Wama yanzilu mina samai, from the sky, and all that ascends thereof. Wama yahruju fiha, and all that ascends thereof. Fiha. Wahuwa rahimu. Wahuwa. Say here. Wahuwa arahimu al-Ghafur. And he is most merciful, oft forgiving. He is most merciful, the oft forgiven. The most merciful, comma, the oft forgiven. The note to read is 3786. 3786. An ignorant man may think that water absorbed in the soil or sin sown beneath the rod is lost, comma, but it replenishes numerous rills and streams. Rill is RILLS. It replenishes numerous rills and streams, comma, and feeds and sustains numerous roots and forms of life, and throws up all kinds of vegetable life. Food for thought. We see water coming, rain coming. Some runs into the sea, some of it run into the sea, some into the streams, lakes, and whatnot. But yet, some sinks into the soil. That which sinks into the soil is no waste. It nourishes life underneath. Mm. Okay. And feeds, sustains numerous roots and forms of life, and throws all kinds of vegetable life. Full stop. So with things that come out of the earth, no, so with things that come out of the earth, colon, who can count the myriad forms of herbs and trees that grow and perish and yet sustain a continuous life for ages and ages? Question mark. Mm. Yet these are symbolical of other things or entitles beyond time and space. Mhm. Or yeah, entitled. No, not entitles. Entities. Pardon me. Pardon me. Let me take it again. These are symbolical of other things and entities beyond time and space, comma, and beyond physical form, full stop. We see the birth and death of the animal part of man, colon. When he is buried beneath the soil, the ignorant man thinks there is an end. The, the ignorant man thinks there is an end of him. So likewise, when man is buried, that's not the end. And that's no 3786 to sign 2. Let's go to sign 3. Sign 3. وقال الذين كفروا لا تأتينا لا تأتينا الساعة لا تأتينا الساعة. The unbelievers, alazina kafaru, the unbelievers say, never to us will come the hour. La tatina as-sa'atu. Never will the hour come to us. Kul bala warabi la tatiyanankum. Warabi la tatiyanankum. Say, nay, bala, but most surely my most surely by my Lord, it will come upon you. Latatiyanankum. Alimul Gabe. It will come to you by him who knows the unseen. Alimul Gabe. La yazbu anhu mitkalan zaratan fi samawati wala fil ardi. From whom it is, no, who knows the hidden, from whom is not hidden the least, yes, from whom is not hidden the least little item, the least little atom, not item, from whom is not hidden the least little atom in the heavens or on earth. La yazgu anhu mitkalan zaratan fi samai wal ardi. The least the least little atom in the heavens and on earth. Wafil ardi. Wala asgar. Sorry. Wala asgaru min zalika wala akbaru illa fil kitabin. Wama asgaru min zalika wala akbaru illa fi kitabin. We did this several times. Nor is there anything less than that as asgaru, Is there anything less than that, Asgaro, or greater, Akbaro, but is in the record perspicuous? But is in the record perspicuous. Fi kitabin records, mubin, perspicuous. The note to read is 37. Oh, did we do 3787? Let's see. 3787. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. So 86, did we do it? We don't do 87. 87 is a second note to sign 2. We did only the first note, which is 86. Now we go to 87. 87. It's against what? Comes down from the sky. Uh, uh, he knows all that goes into the earth. So 87. The vapors that rise from earth and ascend to the sky descend again as rain and snow and as symbols of God's mercy to us. To us is my own words. God's mercy, full stop. So are the prayers of the devout and the call of those in agony for help and light answered by, so are they answered by the descent, by the descent. So are they answered. Are they answered? So are they answered by, have I missed a point? Let's see. So are the prayers of the devout and the call of those in agony for help and light, answered by the descent of mercy, answered by the descent of mercy and guidance, help and light from God. Full stop. Do not forget that just as there is the element of mercy, so there is an element of justice and punishment. Oh my God. So mercy on the one side, but when the ears are hard, then justice and come in. mm, and punishment. So that's note 3787, the second note to sign 2. Now we're going to the note to sign 3, which is 3788. I think there is still another note. 3 notes, I believe. 3788, 89, and 90 to sign 3, which we have already read. We've read the sign already. So let's go to the note straight away. 3788. The last two verses prepared us to realize the position of unbelievers in God's great universe, full stop. They are the discord in the universal harmony of prayer and praise, full stop. Okay, he's talking about unbelievers, that's right, full stop. Their existence is due to the grant of a limited free will, the trust which the unbelievers have betrayed. See, in brackets, see 33, last chapter, sign 72, and notes. So take note of this limited free will. The unbelievers have abuses. There is a limited free will for mankind, every person. You are free to eat what you want. You are free to travel where you want to go. You are free to make love. You are free to do everything. These have no limits. But you are not free to kill. You are not free to blaspheme. And we are told the unbelievers uh, uh, have misused this. I don't know, I can't remember the word. The unbelievers, they are the discord in the universal harmony of God. Their existence is due to the grant of limited free will, the trust which the unbelievers have betrayed. Yes, betrayed is what I'm wanting to find out. Which the unbelievers have betrayed. We've done the brackets already, full stop after the brackets. But they must and will be eliminated. They must and will be eliminated. Colon. See verse 5 below. Full stop. For there is nothing more certain in the world, physical, moral, and spiritual, than the than that every cause, great or small, must have its corresponding consequences. Full stop. Let's go to 79. Second note to the same sign, 79. Mhm. The strongest emphasis and the most perfect assurance of certainty are indicated by reference to the authority of God Himself, comma, the ruler of the day of judgment. Oh my God. Let's go to the last note, 3790, to the same sign, 3, 3790. Full stop. In the symbolical language of our own human experience, a record is more enduring than memory. Semicolon. In fact, then in brackets, in fact, if properly preserved is in brackets. So, in fact, it is perpetual. Full stop. If further it is expressed in clear language without any obscurity, it can always be read with perfect precision and without any doubt whatever. Full stop. Apply these qualities, comma, free from human defects, to God's laws and decrees. Full stop. They are unerring and enduring. They are unerring and enduring. Full stop. Everything, comma, greater or small, will receive the due recognition, dash, a reward for good and a punishment for evil. Full stop. And that's the last note, 3790 to sign 3. Let's go straight to sign 4. لا يجزي الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات that he may reward يجزي that he may reward those who believe and work righteous deeds, that he may reward those who believe and work righteous deeds. الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك لهم مغفرة ورزقا كريما. أولئك لهم مغفرة ورزق كريما. For such, for such is forgiveness, maghfiratun, and a sustenance most generous, rizqun kariman, rizqun karimun, generous. The note for it is 3791. 3791. 3791. Sustenance, riskon. It has been explained several times. Anyway, the commentator keeps reminding us. Okay, sustenance. Spiritual in things spiritual. Very good. Sustenance is in double inverted commas in italics and then colon. And the commentator is telling us here spiritual in things spiritual and physical in things physical. So sustenance, both physical and spiritual. Full stop. It implies not only the satisfaction of desire, but the provision of means of sustaining the ground won, and for winning more ground in the march of progress. The ground that has been won, and for winning more ground in the march of progress. And that's note 3791 to sign 4. Let's go straight to sign 5. الذين الذين سعوا الذين سعوا في آياتنا معاجزين. الذين سعوا في آياتنا معاجزين. But those who strive against our signs, بآياتنا, to frustrate them, mu'ajizina, to frustrate them. Ulaika lahum azabun. Ulaika lahum azabun min rijzin alimun. Ulaika lahum azabun min rijzin alimun. Them dash for such, no, to frustrate them, full stop. then comma dash, for such, as Ulaika, for such will be a chastisement of painful wrath. Mm. Richson, Ali Mun, painful wrath. Note 3792. 3792. Yes, we did 91. 3792. Compare, we are told to compare chapter 22, Psalm 51. God's plan cannot be frustrated. Mm. It is those who work against it who will be eliminated and destroyed without mercy. Here, the mercy is ended. Here, the mercy of God ends. Of course, if He eliminates and destroys you, then that's the end of His mercy. Mm. All right, 3792 is the note to sign 5. Let's go straight to sign 6. Mm. ويرى الذين أوتوا العلم ويرى الذين أوتوا العلم الذين أنزل إليك من ربك هو الحق. And those to whom knowledge has come, see that, into brackets, revelation, see that revelation in brackets, see that revelation sent down to thee from thy Lord, dash, that is the truth. Al-Haq. Who al-Haq, that is the truth. وَيَهْدِي إِلَى صِرَاطٍ عَزِيزٍ حَمِيدٍ. وَيَهْدِي إِلَى صِرَاطٍ Aziz Hamid. That is the truth. And that guides Yahdi to the path of the exalted. Ila Siratul Aziz, exalted, into brackets, in might, exalted in might in brackets, exalted, worthy of praise. Al Hamidi, worthy of praise. And that's sign 6. The note to read is 3793. 3793. 3793. Against the doubts and vain imagines. Against the doubts and vain imaginings. My classmate used to say imaginings. Pardon me. May God forgive me. Okay. Even I myself here, sometimes I call words wrongly. But that's due to old age. He wasn't old. He wasn't so old, but I think it's just a matter of a tongue. My tongue is changing with age. So, pardon me. Against the doubts and vain imaginings of the ignorant is a certainty of knowledge of the enlightened. Column. That that God reveals himself and that his revelation is true and leads to the path of true guidance. This book is leading to true guidance, the path of true guidance. This book, the Quran, leads to the true guidance. It's a summary of all the revelations from Adam to the present day. So, path of true guidance, full stop. That path is the path of God, who, in his infinite love and mercy, is worthy of all praise. Of course, if we don't praise him, who else will we praise? Who else will we praise? Pardon me, viewers. I'm old. I do anything I like without even realizing it. Okay. His love and mercy is worthy of all praise. And that's no 3793. 3793 to sign 6. Let's go straight to sign 7. Wakala allazina kafaru. Hal nud hal nud hal nudullukum. Wallazina kafaru. Hal nudullukum ala rajulun yambi'ukum iza muziktum kulle mazakin kulle mazakin innakum lafi halkin hadidin. Pardon me for wrong reason. Do I take it again? Let's see if I can read it better. Wakala lezina kafaru hal nudillukum ala rijlin yambiukum iza mazakatum kulle mummazakin إنكم لفي خلق حديد. It's a question mark. Let's go to the interpretation. The unbelievers say in ridicule, so it's a ridicule. The unbelievers say, of course, without commentary, how would most of us know that it's only ridicule? Only people of wisdom, some would see it. So the unbelievers say, into brackets, in ridicule, we salute the commentator. Shall we point out to you a man that will tell you, and that's referring to Muhammad, hal udillukum, where is it? Lazina kafaru, hal nudillukum, hal nudillukum ala rajulun, yambiukum. Shall we point out to you a man that will tell you, when we are all scattered to pieces in disintegration, that ye shall then be raised in a new creation? Question. So they are referring to Muhammad. He is saying that, oh my God, these Jews, mm, uh, that ye will then be raised. Then be raised is in brackets. Without it, it raised to uh, that will be that will tell you, a man that will tell you, when ye are all scattered in pieces in disintegration, that ye shall in a new creation. No, it doesn't make sense. We have to include the brackets. That ye shall then be raised in a new creation, a question mark. Let's go to the commentary. 3794. That's referring to a man. I believe it's Muhammad. Let's see. 3794. I read this since over and over, but the head is blocked. 3794. Let's see what the commentator says. 3794. This is a taunt against, I said it. This is a taunt against the Holy Prophet. He suffered a lot of taunts, so many. But here, in this present century, man doesn't want to be taunted. They'll take you to court. Anyway, those who taunted him paid for it. They had their reward, or negative reward, if you like. Okay, let's go. 3794. This is a taunt against the Holy Prophet, and it is applicable to all who preach the doctrine of future life. Oh, yes, I've said it already. Hmm? Full stop. How is it possible, say the believers, that when a man's body is reduced to dust and scattered about, the man should rise again and become a new creation? Question mark. They can't fathom that. They just can't believe it. Question mark. They add that such a preacher is inventing a deliberate falsehood or is demented. Or is demented. And that's no 3794 to sign 7. Let's go to sign 8. Mm, mm. Ah, aftara aftara ala Allah kaziban am bihi jinnatun. I think that's a continuation of the unbelievers, of the thought of the saying of the unbelievers. Has he invented a falsehood against God, or is he affected with madness? Jinnatun, madness. Bal allazina la yu'minuna bil ahirati fil azab wa dilalan ba'idin. Ba'idin. Nay, it is those who believe not in the hereafter that are in real chastisement. Real is in brackets, that are in real chastisement and in feathers error, ba'idin, feathers error, dilalin, mubi, ba'idin, dilalin, ba'idin, feathers error. That's sign 8. Let's go to the note if there is. Yes, there is. 3795. 3795. 795. The answer is colon. The future life is the truest of all truths. Semicolon. So far is the man who teaches it from being demented, as the unbelievers say, think he is demented. So far is the man who teaches it from being demented, comma, that that it is those who deny it that lack knowledge and are in real jeopardy for their souls, semicolon. For they persecute truth and must not only suffer defeat, but go further and further from realities and thus suffer the worst hallucination about the next world. Indeed, hallucination about the next world. And that's no 3795 to sign 8. Let's now go to sign 9. أفلم يروا إلى الماء إلى ما بين يديهم وما خلفهم من السماء والأرض? A question. See they not what is before them and behind them of the sky and the earth? Question mark. والأرض نش نشأ نشأ نصف نشأ no yeah نشأ نشف بهم نشأ نشف بهم الأرض أو نسكت عليهم كسفا من السماء. Let me repeat it. Let me go to the beginning again. See they not what is before them, بين يديهم, and behind them, من ألفهم, of the sky and the heaven? If we wish, nasha, if we wish, nasha, if we wish, we could cause the earth to swallow them. Nasha, nasifu, bihim, to swallow them. Al-Ar, the earth, to swallow them. Our naskitu alayhim, to swallow them up, or cause a piece of the sky, or naskitu alayhim kisfan mina samai, or to cause a piece of the sky to fall upon them, niskatu. Where is it? Yeah, niskit, to fall upon them, niskut, to fall upon them. Full stop. Verily, in this is a sign. No, I haven't gone to Arabic. Okay, I can go English and then come to Arabic. Verily, in this is a sign for every devotee that turns to Allah in repentance. In repentance is in brackets. Now let's go to the Arabic. Inna fi zalika la ayatin. Inna fi zalika la ayatin li kulli abdin munibin. Inna fi zalika la ayatin li kulli abdin munibin. Verily, in this is a sign for every devotee that turns to God in repentance. Every devotee, لكل عبد منيب, every devotee, to every devotee, لكل عبد منيب, لكل عبد منيب. The notes to it are 3, as I can see, 3796, 3797, 3798. Yeah, 3. Let's go to 37 first. 97. No, I don't know. I don't think I read 96. Yeah, it's not 96. It's 97. It's rather 96. Let's go to 96, 97, 98. Let's go to 96 rather. 96. The men who walk in spiritual darkness and laugh at the hereafter have but to observe the power of God in the nature around them. So they refuse to reflect. He who created the heavens and the earth and sustains them can surely make a new creation! Exclamation mark. And the cosmic laws, which are so just and inevitable, should surely give them an idea of the inexorable, of the inexorable, of the inexorable justice. Inexorable justice. Inexorable is spelled Inexorabli. Inexorable justice. That must redress all balance. Let's go to the next note, 397. 3797. We are told to compare chapter 16. Mhm. Chapter 16, I think that's Animal. Sign 45 and note 3, sorry, and note 2071. Full stop. Who are these puny creatures? Dash, skeptics, dash, skeptics, that question the might and majesty of God. Who are they? Of course, the unbelievers. All right. But we are asked to make the comparison. We can't do it now. Viewers, you can go there later. Chapter 16, sign 45, and Isnos 2079. We've done that. Now let's go to the next note, third and last note to the sign, which is 3798. The sky to fall, uh, cause the piece of sky to fall. Allay him, Kisafan, to fall. And that's 3798. Am I right? Yes, 3798. Compare chapter 26, Psalm 187, full stop. This was actually a challenge held at Shuaib, and a shower of ashes and cinders came from above and overwhelmed the challenges. And overwhelmed the challenges. Overwhelmed the challenges. Exclamation mark. And that's note 3798, the third note to sign 9. Let's now go to sign 10. ولقد آتينا داود منا فضلا. ولقد آتينا داود منا فضلا. We gave to David from us bounty or favor. Okay. We bestowed grace. Your grace is here. Fadlan, grace here is here. It's here as grace. We bestowed grace for time on David from us. Minna. Fadlan. Ya jibalu. Awibi ma'ahu. Wa atera. Pardon me. Ya jibalu. Awibi ma'ahu. Wa atera. And that's the favor. What is it? O ye mountains, God ordered the mountains. O ye mountains, echo ye back the praises of God with him. With who? With David. So when David is praising God, God ordered the mountains and the birds to echo his praises, David's praises to God, of Allah with him. And ye birds, I've done it already. And ye birds. Oh, and ye birds also. And also it's in brackets. So the mountains and the birds, I've said it. We, where is it? We be ma'ahu. Walana lahu al hadid. Wa alana, sorry. Wa alana, pardon me, it's not good. Wa alana lahu al hadid. Wa alana lahu al hadid. Alana lahu al hadid. And we made the iron al hadid soft for him. Alana, we made for him the iron al hadid soft. Alana lahu al hadid. We made soft for him the iron. The note to read is 3799. Oh, my eyes have started watering. 3799, or well enough with fluid. 3799 and 3870. 3799 is against David being showered with grace. 3799. Let's see the grace. Chapter, oh, sorry. Compare, I said chapter. See if I'm saying chapter. Compare chapter 26. I think that's Ashura. Compare chapter 26 and 86 and 187. Compare chapter 26 and 187. Full stop. This was actually a challenge held at Shuaib, mm, and a shower of ashes. Oh, no, I'm reading 9:8 rather. We've read 9:8. I'm rather going to read 3799. Compare 21, chapter 29. Compare chapter 21. I think that's Ambiai. Signs 79 to 80. And notes 2733 to 34. Full stop. David had the gift of song. David has had the gift of song and sacred music. And this is shown in the Psalms. Christians, you have the books of Psalms. You have Psalms, the hymns of David. And they are very nice, very palatable. I won't hide it. I've been to church before, and when they take the book of Psalms to read, you will love it. Mm. We don't destroy everything about Christians or the church. Mm. They make it so melodious and rhythmic. Mm. Okay. David had the gift of song and sacred music, and this is shown in his Psalms, full stop. All nature dash hills, all nature dash hills, 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 and birds dash, sing and echo back the praises of God, as David was singing, or as David used to sing. And that's 3799, first note, no, 3799, first note to sign 10. We go to the second note, 3800. About making iron soft for him. You can imagine he can take iron and bend it like nothing, like rubber or like plastic. Mhm. That's David. That's the grace that God gave to the wood. Mhm. Alayhi salam. Okay, 3800. 3800. Iron and steel is hard stuff, colon. But in the hands of a craftsman, it becomes soft and pliable, soft and pliable, comma, and with it can be made instruments for the defense of righteousness, full stop. These, in the literal sense, are coats of mail and defensive armor, and the manufacture of them is traditionally attributed to David or Dawood, or our illiterates will say Dauda. Uh, David, Dawood, Dauda, they all point to the same person. Mm. And that's 3800 to sign 10. Let's go to sign 11. An 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 Emil, an Emil Sabigati, an Emil Sabigati, وكدر في سرد وكدر في السرد. It begins with commanding. Commanding is in brackets. Commanding is in brackets. Then, without a bracket, it simply reads, make thou coats of mail, balancing well the rings of chain armor. So you see, we read this in the previous note, where a mention of chain armor is made. And Amel, Sagibati, eh, to make coats of mail being Sabigati, Wakadru fi Sarjan, balancing it, mm, balancing well the rings of chain armor, balancing well the rings of chain armor. Kadru fi Asari, wa amalu salihan, wa amalu salihan, and work ye righteousness, and work ye righteousness, for be sure I see clearly all that ye do. So again, inni bima ta'lamuna basirun, and this to David. So when our Christian brothers say David was a womanizer, it surprises many people. All of us who read the Quran, hmm, you see that this cannot be. Never. hmm, When the Quran is telling us a righteous man, he was enjoined to live righteousness, a life of righteousness, to the extent that God even made iron soft for him to burn and whatnot. No good, Bacho. Mm? All right. The note to read is 3801 and 3802. The notes to read. Let's go to 3801. Balancing. Balancing. Kadri. Fi Saren. Balancing well the rings of chain armor. 3801. Coats of chain armor have to be made with cannon art, A-R-T. If the chains are to fit into each other and the whole garment is to be worn in comfort in fierce warfare. So you see these army people with so many medals all over there. It's David who started it. Huh? May God be pleased with him. Radiallahu anhu. It is Dawood, the prophet Dawood, who started it. If the chains are fit and no, if the chains are fit into each other and the whole garment is worn, no, let me take it again. Coats of chain armor have to be made with cannon art if the chains are to fit into each other and the whole garment is to be worn in comfort in fierce warfare. Full stop. Let's go to the next note, 3802, to that same sign 113802. Note the transition from the singular, make them coats of mail in double inverted commas, to the plural, and work ye righteousness. So make them coats of mail, plural, and then make ye, referring to David only, righteousness, I suppose. Also in double inverted commas, full stop. The first is addressed to David. Uh-huh. The first is addressed to David, who was the officer of defensive armor, and the second is addressed to him and his whole people. And his whole people. eh. So they are both addressed to David. Make his army coat of mails. And the other one is what? Uh, and work ye righteousness to David himself. Work ye, you, righteousness. And of course, it should involve the other soldiers of his. Uh, his whole people. Yeah, full stop. He made the armor, but it was to be worn not only by him, but all the warriors, of course. But he and all his people were to be careful to see that they did not deviate from the paths of righteousness. So while fighting, do not do evil things, killing without justice, raping, doing ungodly things. God doesn't like that. After giving you coats of armor, be righteous. Don't go and start killing by heart, destroying crops, destroying animals. The animals are not fighters. And raping, that's not righteousness. That is far from righteousness. The Quran tells us, the law alone, by Eden, far, 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 far astray. Okay, and not deviate from the paths of righteousness, full stop. Fighting is dangerous weapon, and fighting is a dangerous weapon and may well degenerate into brackets as it as it so often does, brackets close, into mere violence. It might degenerate into mere violence. Yes, you have to fight with rules, not just mere violence. Mm. Full stop. They were they were to see they were to see that this should be happen. Oh, they were to see that this should not happen. They were to see that this should not happen. David and his soldiers were to see that this does not happen. Look at the advice God is giving David and his soldiers. And we are saying that he was promiscuous, sleeping women here and there. Come on. Do not follow the words of the Jews. Please, for God's sake. Mm. Degenerate into mere violence. Full stop. They were to see this should. They were to see that this should not happen. That's mere violence should not happen, and they were told that God was watching over them all. Was watching over them all with the personal solitude implied in the singular pronoun I. The singular pronoun I. And that's note 3802, the second note to sign 11. Let's go to sign 12. Wali Suleiman Ariha. Wali Suleiman Ariha. That's me, Suleiman, King Solomon, Professor alayhi salam. Wali Suleiman Ariha. Guduha Sharon. And to Solomon, we made this in brackets, the wind, Ariha. We made the wind obedient. Obedient is also in brackets. Oh, there are so many brackets here. Okay, let me read them along with the brackets. No time to waste. And to Solomon, we made the wind obedient. Obedient in brackets, we made in brackets. Each morning stride is in brackets. Each morning was a month's journey. Each morning was a month's journey. Gudu, Guduha, Sharon, month. Guduha, each morning, Sharon. Warua, Huha, Sharon. And each evening, 1 month. It's let me go back. It's early morning. Guduha was a month's journey, and it's evening here is wa rawahuha, and it's evening stride in brackets was a month's journey. So the morning a month's journey, the evening a month's journey for King Solomon. Uh, uh, yeah. وأصلناها الكسر وأصلنا لها أين الكس الكتر وأسينا له أين الكتر. And we made fonts, and we made fonts. We made a font, of molten brass, al-kitri, of molten brass, of kitne, to flow for him, Asalna lahu, to flow for him, Asalna lahu, to flow for him. ومن الجنة من يعمل ومن الجنة من يعمل بين يديه وبإذن ربه بين يديه وبإذن ربه. Let me take it again. ومن الجنة ومن الجن من يعمل بين يديه بإذن ربه. And there were jinns that worked in front of him, بين يديه, by the leave of his Lord. بإذن ربه. بإذن ربه. ومن يزك منهم عن أمرنا ومن يزك منه عن أمرنا. And if any of them turned aside from our command, we made him taste of the chastisement of the blazing fire. Mm. ومن يزغ من ومن يزغ منهم عن أمرنا نزكهم نزكهم sorry na sorry it's not na nuzukum. Let me take it again. ومن يزغ منه عن أمرنا نزكه من عذاب سعير. We made him taste the zukhum of the chastisements of blazing fire, I mean azabun, sa'irun of the blazing fire. The note rate is 3805. 3805. Let me check that we did 09, 04. I don't think we did 09. 03, let's see if we did 03. 03, oh, I see, they are all of sign 12. So sign 12 has a number of notes, 3803, 0405. Yeah, three notes. So let's go to the beginning. The first one, 3803. 3803. Compare chapter 21, sign 81 to 82, note 3736. And chapter 38, signs 36 to 38, full stop. See also 27, and now, I believe, see also 27, sign 38, 39, full stop. The winds are riha, the winds are swift and can cover in a short morning's or evening's flight. We now see the morning and evening flights can cover in a short morning's and evening flight the distance which it takes a whole month to cover on foot or by bullock cart. So you see where morning and evening comes in here. Journeys are compared to a month journey by foot or cart. All right. Which takes a whole month on foot or by bullock cart. Full stop. In our own day, with all speeds of 400 miles and more per hour, this seems a moderate statement. Full stop. The next note, 3804. 3804. And we made a font of molten brass, molten blood at Kitri. Where is it here? Yes, at Al Kitri. 3804. In the Old Testament, 2 Chronicles, chapters 3 and 4, are described the various costly materials with which Solomon's temple was built, and it was furnished with vessels, candlesticks, hyphenated candlesticks, lamps, censers, etc. Censers is spelled Cencers, censers, etc. Full stop. And then double inverted commas. Solomon made all these vessels in great abundance, column, for the weight of the brass could not be found out. Double inverted commas closed. Then, into brackets, Second Chronicles 4 to 18. Second Chronicles verses 4 to 18. When it comes to Bible, I will use ayah because it's just verses 4 to 18. And that's the second note 3804 to sign 12. Let's go to the next note 3805. 3045. Then a font of him worked in front of whom? This that worked in front of him. 3805. 3805. We're asked to see chapter 27, sign 17, and note 3257. So viewers, take note. You can go back at your leisure time to see that. And that's 3805, the third note to sign 12. We shall break here. I've seen that section 2 is missing. From here, we will go straight to section 3. So section 2 falls between uh, section 1 and 3. And section 1, section 2 falls between sign 1. Section 2 falls between sign 1 and between sign 1 and sign 21. So apparently, at sign 12, we should be about the end of section 2. We shall end here. When we come back in our next episode, we shall then go to continue section 1 or 2. Let me put 1 or 2, which are then going to go to continue with sign 13, God willing, uh, until we get to section 3. Thank you very much. Ilalkai, bye bye, Uruba. May God be with you all.